So hey guys, and welcome to another Retro Games for Cheaters with me, Supernautus, and you might be having difficulty reading what that says on the screen. But this is a game called Phelios? I'm not entirely sure. It's a vertical shoot 'em up, produced by Namco, originally released onto their, it was a System 2 arcade game, released in Japan. It was not released outside of Japan on the arcades, mainly because of some concerning cutscenes, I think would be the way to put it there. I don't know if those are in this version of the game, but basically there were some slightly bondage themed cutscenes in the original arcade release. This, of course, is the Sega Genesis slash Mega Drive version of the game. It's, as I say, a vertical shoot 'em up. This was released in 1990 on the Mega Drive, and yes. So the basic plot of the game is you play Apollo, the Greek god, and you're trying to rescue. I can't even remember who it is you're supposed to rescue now. Do you know that? However, basically, Typhon has captured someone, and my job is to try and sort that all out. So we'll get started. There's a couple of different options you got in the way you can play the game. You can either play it on the novice level, which only gives you the first to fourth chapters of the game, or you can play on advanced to give you every chapter of the game. So obviously we're going to do that. Cheats wise, we're playing with infinite health, lives, and continues. Although usually I do all those, and it's like, well, why do I need all of them? Well, I don't really, but why not turn them on? So yeah, that's basically it. We're playing this with well, basically, hopefully in a way where we won't die. But remember, sometimes the cheats don't continue to work for the entirety of the game. Let's see if this is one of the ones where that happens, or let's see if we can get it finished. Let's go! The Devil in Delos, and that's me at the bottom there. Apollo. Now, in terms of weapons, you have a general sort of blast with this. If you hold the fire button down, your main weapon becomes a much more powerful weapon and can kill an entire stack of enemies. Although those enemies aren't particularly difficult to kill anyway. It just looks pretty cool getting all of them dead all at once. Looks pretty good, I think. But yeah, so this is Apollo, god of the sun. And he's fighting against all sorts of mythical creatures, I guess. That was quite good. Managed to take down a couple of them. Attack the head of Laden. Laden. Bin Latino. And now that we've got this beam weapon, it's much easier to take stuff down. You can just hold the button down and blast away with all your might at these dragons and butterflies. Are those butterflies? Moths. Ah, we've run out of beam weapon now. That didn't kill that thing. Yeah, the main weapon, even the charged up one, isn't always great at taking these things down, it has to be said. Oh, we've got a temple. We're landing. We're landing at the temple. What will we find out when we get in? A bunch of weird knights are waiting. I'm pushing them off their platform. Oh yeah, you have to push them off the walkway. It's Medusa! It's the Gorgon. Regain my body from Medusa. Does she turn me into stone if she hits me with that normally? Like if I don't have infinite health, would she turn me into stone? Because that would be... I just travelled through her. I don't even know what she's firing at me. Red lightning! It's not flames. At least I can see that I'm definitely damaging her, right? Do it. I'm not sure. Does it have to take this long? Seems like charging up your weapon's the best option. Just gets things done a bit quicker, you know? Medusa is dead. Apollo beat Medusa! Yeah, I know. Save her quickly! See, she's been chained up, and some of these sorts of scenes might be a little bit risque for certain time periods. But there we go, we've got some speed up options. And weird green guys that are disappearing. Ah, I didn't quite get what I wanted out of that, did I? I can still kill them. Even when they're underneath the bridge. Seems like you're almost better to stay just charging your weapon all the time. Perhaps not when you don't have infinite health. Clear out those weird blue guys. What even are they supposed to be, I wonder? Get rid of them anyway. The music's become more exciting. Does that mean something's about to happen? Are you about to be eaten by a giant snake? I don't know. Oh, there's some sort of summoning circle. I don't like it. No, sir. Fireballs. Okay, so I can destroy all of these things. Oh no, they're like weird dinosaurs? What are they? Dinosaurs. To enter the dungeon! Yeah, well obviously. I mean, oh, it's very juddery somehow entering the dungeon, isn't it? Across. Ah, we've got like a boomerang type weapon that shoots across the screen. Cool. Awesome. Unbelievable. It's very responsive. You'd probably expect like a Namco arcade shoot 'em up to be that way though. Yeah, it's a nice game. But it has people locked up in chains in the cutscenes. Now this is, some of these targets are behind me, but I've got absolutely no way of shooting them if they're behind me. That I can see. So even if I'm charging up, look, this still works. That's good, I suppose. That still fires all around the screen, although because of that I'll probably lose it fairly soon. I've got exploding rock faces that just come out at us for no reason. Now we're finding an actual background. That looked almost like we were in space a moment ago. Am I going to get a better weapon out of this anytime soon? Oh, they're worms, but they turn into and they make like a shrieking noise. What are they shrieking for? Ah! Ah! Honestly, that's all they seem to do. Okay, now we've got like it's like those things that Khan stuck in people in the Wrath of Khan. What is this? Hit the crystal. I need her to get lost then. There's like 3 witches. Is this like the oracles? I think it is. And they just keep regrowing their heads. Come on. I'm over here, look. Here I am. What can we do? What can we get? What can we kill? I missed it. All that charging for nothing. I just feel like maybe the boss fight just takes a bit longer than it needs to be honest. There we go. We've smashed up their crystals. And we're escaping from their place. We beat them again, Apollo. We beat them again. If hurrying, press button. If hurrying? I don't understand. What? If hurrying, press button. Does that mean... Did I accidentally skip something that I shouldn't have? I don't really know. If only that was something you could do in real life. I'm hurrying, so I'll press a button and... everything will just hurry up for me. And we've cleared 2 of 7 chapters, I assume. Which didn't take very long. In fact, I would say that a playthrough of this should generally be about, I don't know, 45 minutes. Oh, the Griffin Knight is coming! Yeah, you're probably talking about 45 minutes to an hour, I would say, in a single playthrough. So there's a lot of these types of games which you finish in 20 minutes, you know, so it's a bit more to it. But of course, with it being an arcade release originally, the longer you can make the game, the more money people will have to pump into it, right? That's how it works. Yeah, I know that seems a bit cynical, but, you know, that's basically the purpose of arcades, to make money. Speed up. Option. Speed up. I don't need to speed up. I don't seem to be speeding up anymore. Single skeleton thought he could stand against me. Oh, here we go. What's this? Hello. Siren is a dreadful witch. I mean, you don't need to be rude about her. You know, you don't have to be, like, her best friend or anything, but it seems a bit harsh. Screw these little skeletons, I don't need them. I'm sure there are worse witches than Siren, right? I can't name any of them off the top of my head, but... the witches from the film The Witches, right? They turn children into little mice. That's pretty bad. no, I mean, it's just turns into a giant green bird. I mean, at least she doesn't make herself indestructible. If she was a really evil witch. But I beat Siren. So what happens now? If hurrying... No. She doesn't look very happy, does she? Apollo, I still remember those days. Which days? Tuesday? Wednesday? She still remembers those days. But yeah, I mean, essentially, Apollo and Artemis. Because, of course, Apollo is the god of the sun. And Artemis, the goddess of... Well, I thought she was the goddess of the hunt. But some stuff with relation to this game suggests she's the goddess of the moon. Maybe it's just the idea that the sun and moon are in love with each other. One can't survive without the other in mythology, perhaps. Even if that's not true, really. Homing! Homing shots, that's good. You have to fire about 50,000 of them into something to kill it. It's a Loch Ness Monster! But, yeah. I only got 150 out of that, though. And again. His head's off. Yes, there we go. Come on. Got another one. Some of the enemies are just pattern-wise a bit annoying, really, aren't they? Now, normally, without the cheats turned on in the game, one life is 4 hits. If you take 4 hits, you die. So you get some time out of it, and look, you can get life pickups that give you your health back, or that give you extra lives. I'm not really 100% sure, because I'm not playing it like that. Now, are we getting close to the end of the level? That's the question, isn't it? Got a couple of speed ups there, and another option. Whoa! Evil spinning heads. Spinning head pillars. I'm not going to say what else they might look like, but, you know, you could probably work it out. I've knocked the head off the shaft, though, so it's fine. I mean, it won't be causing any more problems for us. Put it that way. Oh, we've got some temple steps, which means we're almost at the next boss. So this, I think, would be where you would finish if you were playing it on the normal, the low level difficulty. This would be the final boss, I believe, because it said 1 to 4, didn't it? And I think this is the fourth. This is the fourth stage, right? Anyway, what are we fighting this time? Is this like Kronos? What is this? Oh, this is Antaeus. Yeah, Antaeus. Antaeus? No, it's Antaeus, isn't it? So he would be your final boss if you were doing this on the regular difficulty level. I guess on the regular difficulty level, these bosses would probably be easier to defeat as well. So there's that, right? They've got a bit more life when you're doing it this way. Still, we can get rid of him quite easily. If hurrying, press the button to escape this boss. No? I feel like charging the weapon's the better option. Although I could probably get more shots doing it like this, I suppose. Well, is it just me, or is it every time I hit him he fires more shots? He seems to be firing more when I'm doing this than he is when I charge my shots up. Suddenly there's a gap when I'm charging the shot up, when there wasn't before. I got a wee chime there for something. Did I reach a certain score? What was that about? Okay. It's taken a while, but we're getting there. But I suppose, I mean, this is technically a character that would be your final boss if you were playing it easily, so... Would it? I think so. It's taken a while. He definitely fires more when I do that. There could be no doubt I don't think about that. Look. Millions of shots. And obviously he's not going to kill me with them right now. And I charge and suddenly... hardly any. Wait, what happened there? I missed him, apparently. He's taking a lot of damage. Old Artemis. Yeah, so, and as well, every single button on the controller is a fire button for firing the same weapon. So you can't ever miss firing unless you try using the D-pad to fire, in which case, yeah, you won't be able to fire. Because that's not what you press to fire. Is he ever gonna die? I feel like he's never gonna die. Sometimes this can happen and the game might be glitching out, but... don't know. Let's just keep shooting at him. There we go. It just has an inordinately high level of life. And that's Artemis gone. Strike them, Apollo, quite roughly. Wait. Please. So yeah, these I guess are the sequences that they were concerned about having in an arcade game in the US. Bearing in mind it was the late 80s, early 90s, a lot of this stuff just would not have, that stuff just would not have flown in any kind of game. Even though there was no particularly high level of nudity or anything like that. Well, there isn't any, in fact. But she's in chains, and that is enough to disturb some people. Don't touch Giga and Mega. What does that mean? Don't touch them. I guess it means don't touch Giga and Mega, right? Go on then, fall off there. Oh, I can blow up those boulders. I didn't know that. That's cool. Giga and Mega. Now, who would those be? Are they websites for downloading files? Maybe they are. Right. So we've got some weird orc-like creatures and little dragon heads. I can't really make out what those enemies are. They look like just the head of a dragon with some billowing green wings. I don't know. The trouble is, you know, with the motion sort of speed and stuff like that, you don't have a great deal of time to really work out what's going on. More of these, but all they're doing is bouncing around. Whoa, okay. So if a red one bumps into a darker coloured one, it goes boom, and then... I guess we should probably stop the ones that aren't red, right? It doesn't look like you can destroy the red ones yourself. Okay, and they're coming faster now. Which is pretty much a standard method of increasing difficulty, isn't it? Just make it quicker. Just make everything happen so much faster. That solves the problem. Ah, big boulders. And death. Big boulders of death. Well, that was unlucky. When you get two red ones going together, that's a problem, right? Oh, that, nice. That was quite fun. So I don't know who Giga and Mega are. I guess they must be involved in the boss fight. Because it often seems to give me hints about boss fights well in advance. I've noticed. It seems to like go, oh, this is what's happening soon. Oh, there's the steps. There's the temple stairs. We're about to find out. We're about to find out what death awaits us. Well, none, because... Oh my goodness. Let's launch big metal spiky balls at you. Mines. Some heads. Spinning heads. Oh look, and there's like a... Okay. And we've got icicles being launched at us, and heads, and... You can't destroy the heads by the look of things. You have to just get in the centre here. Take this down as fast as you can. And get rid of whoever this is. I don't actually know who this is. Did it say? It didn't say who we're fighting here. Three-headed thing? Or three faces? Is this... No, I was going to say Janus or Janus, the many-headed faced god, but that's Roman, isn't it? Well, I say this, but, you know, sometimes these games had a habit of just taking anyone they wanted in. Typhon is terrible! From a quick bit of research, it looks like that might have been Scylla, whatever you call her. As a crystal brain. Right, we're back. We're in a new stage. She mentioned Typhon. Is that who we're fighting next? No, because he should be the final boss. He's the one that kidnapped her, right? And yes, by the way, what I said earlier, Artemis, yes, in reality, is the goddess of the hunt. But in this game, she's the goddess of the moon. Now, I suppose, you could argue that a lot of hunting would happen at night. Although I don't know why, with all the dangerous creatures they had around them, it would make more sense for it to happen during the day, surely. We just knocked that guy off his perch. Get lost, and get lost. But yeah, so she, I don't actually think a lot of hunting would go on at night, to be honest, now that I think about it. All sorts of terrifying animals around. I doubt very much they would just go for a little random walk in the night. In ancient Greece we're talking about here. With lions and tigers, and no, not tigers, but certainly they had lions in some areas, I think. If Assassin's Creed Odyssey is to be believed. There's too many of these guys now. Throwing their potatoes at me. They're actually taking off any... I don't know, why are they... These perfectly egg-shaped stones. Go away. Speed up, speed up. Get the hell out of here, that's what we want. Throw your rocks elsewhere. It's just a grid of guys throwing stones. What? One of them went straight off, the other one, he didn't move. Seems like the best way to get them off is just charge up your weapon, push them off. Although, they don't always go off the edge easily enough. Seems like you almost have to go right up to them to get rid of them. But it seems to be working. Come on, get rid of that person. There we go. Ah, there's lots of them now. There's too many of them. This is ridiculous. Get some variety in your stages. Alright, here we go. Well, there's the boss fight at least. Hopefully no more boulder chucking gremlins to take us down. There's 4 lions outside this temple. What are we fighting here? I've not had a decent weapon upgrade in a while. Like at all. I had that beam weapon once and it's never come back. Oh, hello. Hello, ugly faces. Horrible monster things. I don't know quite what they are. Spiky faces. Could that be... It's 3 heads. Could this be some sort of interpretation of Cerberus? Could it be? I mean, could it be? That would be an interesting interpretation of Cerberus, wouldn't it? Giant insect heads. It's, you know, I know he's the guardian of Hades, but... He's supposed to be a dog, right? Okay, it's still alive. I don't understand why he's still alive. Oh, there we go. We had to kill his eyes. I don't know. His eyes are sentient. It is Cerberus. Apollo beat Cerberus. Okay, so that's probably the end then, right? Get the light sword, Phelios. It's somewhere in Gaia. If hurrying, press button. Oh, I understand now. I press a different button and it tells me that. Chapter 7, the light sword. Chapter 7's the last chapter, isn't it? Like there's like green blobs and creepy hands. Hands crawling across the screen. Hands across ancient Greece, right? We're linking up with people across ancient Greece. I gotta pee. Oh, do I have to gain the letters of Phelios in order to succeed? Is that what the situation is? And how do I do that? I mean... There doesn't appear to be any easy way to do that. Does this mean I won't get past this stage until I've done it? Across, yeah, across. Ah. pH. 5.5. Come on. E. I'll have an E, please, Bob. Robert. Whatever. It's V. Fi fo fum. I smell the blood of someone's mum. I don't know. Okay, we're getting there. But I need to get the letter L. So Phelios is a weapon. That's what the game's named after, a weapon. A light sword and not creeping hands. Which is something you need to be wary of in the world. Oh, there's the eye! 2 more letters to go and we can kill the boss, I guess? 3 of those, and most of them didn't have option. No, it's not. There's the S! We have the light sword Phelios, I guess. Oh look, it does that. It clears the entire path in front of me. And anything that happens to stand in its way will be burned to a crisp by its advancing light. That works really well. Can we get to the boss fight already? I've got Phelios, the light sword. Oh, that destroys those, like, instantly. Although, when those hit it, it does reduce its size by quite a bit. By quite a lot, actually. So is there some sort of space temple we're about to come across? Yeah. Here we go. I think this must be the final fight, right? Do we still have the Phelios weapon, or is it now? Yes, we do. This will be Typhon. Take that! Oh, do I have to kill these guys up here before they do something? I don't really understand what they're... They're getting closer. Is he ever going to fight me, or is it just going to be them? Oh, here he is. He's turned blue. Yeah, well, I'm not scared. I'll just charge my weapon every time. I don't know if when he closes his wings there... And he's constantly off the screen. Ah, he's not tough though, is he? I mean, he shoots all his weapon off there. And my weapon will destroy half of his shots anyway. That didn't hit him for some reason. Even though it should have. Right. So this is the final boss then, right? We'll finally be able to rescue Artemis from the hell that she's been put into. And I guess untie her from whatever chains he's put her in for some reason. Very strange. Very strange. Well, the light sword Phelios isn't working that well, is it? Yeah, because the regular weapon just won't hurt him, see? So you needed this to defeat him. If you didn't have this, you wouldn't be able to win. Oh, damn you, Typhon. Time to go. Excuse me. Oh, he's almost there, surely. Surely he's almost dead. Be nice to see a health bar, wouldn't it, for the bosses? That did nothing. That did nothing. If he's this close to me, I can't fire it properly. It doesn't fire it properly if he's down, if he's at the bottom of the screen. To take him soon. Yeah, so don't stay at the bottom of the screen if you're fighting him as well. Get rid of them. Get rid of him. He takes a lot of damage. Sorry, one sec. A lot of damage. See if we can finish him off. Can't be much longer left. Unless there is. Come on. Come on. I think this is taking longer than it needs to, surely. Much longer than it needs to defeat Typhon. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Overextend the lifespan of the boss just to make things really annoying. It'd be really hard if you were doing something like this. Sorry, just for a moment, I just need to check something. Sorry, I thought I heard someone at the door. Let's get on with this then. I don't know how I'm going to defeat this guy. He just takes forever to die. Is there a reason that he's taking so long? I mean, I know he's the final boss, but... doesn't seem to always want to fire right now, this, Oh, there he is. Sacrificed into the vacuum of space. Is it done, or what? The light is fading. Apollo beat Typhon at last! And then what happened? The screen went blue. And he... Does he break her chains? You have... Well now. Well now. You have come, Apollo. Yes. He may well have. He may well have. Is she going to say anything? Just stare. Be patient. Alright. Settle down. What are you going to stand there forever just staring? What's... Yeah, anytime you press a button it's saying be patient. Be patient! And there's only so much patience a person can have. Yeah, okay, it's Artemis and she's free. And now she's closing her eyes. What am I waiting for? What's my patience for? What is going on? She's gone to sleep? Is that what's happening? She's gone to sleep? Loving you is easy cause... I don't know. That's terrible singing, I'm sorry. But yeah, it says loving you, heart, and some lipstick on the page. Was that it? Be patient so that I can give you a piece of paper that says loving you on it. What was the point of that? I don't know. Anyway, there we go. That was Phelios, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I hope you'll join me again. You can always hit that bell there if you want to be notified of when new videos are up, and obviously drop a sub if you want to. For now, though, thank you very much. I'll see you next time, and goodbye. And it's goodbye from Apollo as well. See you later.